Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in Top 1000 Mythic we're playing Sultai Mill. This deck is actually not garbage. It actually did really well today, which kind of surprised me. I'm not usually a fan of this style of deck, but honestly it did perform pretty decently. So, the stars of the show are the two drops here, the Cruel Somnophage, Souls Lost, and Urborg Lur Goyf. Each of these creatures has a potential to become absolutely massive. They can 10-10, 20-20, 30-30 type stuff. Additionally, the Somnophage and the Urborg also are self-contained mill packages. You can cast this for 2 on the adventure half to mill yourself for 4 cards, and then recast it on the creature side for a 2 mana, whatever it is. And then the Urborg can also be kicked, so you can definitely play this on 4 as a, 4 mana, kick twice, mill 6 cards. That's pretty good. It's really nice that both of these cards are self-contained packages. It's part of the reason we run 24 lands, because both of these can essentially double as 4 drops. Souls Lost is different, doesn't come with a self-contained package, but does get absolutely massive because its power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. All permanents, including lands. So it's pretty good. You do have to either discard a card or sack a permanent to play it. It ends up not being that bad. I mean, late game, you can always just sack a land. You can also sack the Vermin, which can give something -1, and you can always just drop off something from hand, or you can even sack an excess Tyvar, because you do have a lot of these legendary planeswalkers in the deck. So yeah, these 3 are the star of the show. They are big and hit pretty hard. We're also running the Stalactite Stalker. It's interesting. I didn't get to see it pop off today. I think it's a logical inclusion though, because it's really nice to have removal on creatures, because you mostly want to be self-milling creatures to pump your stuff up. So it's nice if one of your creatures has removal built into it. It's kind of like our own version of the Brutal Cathar. You can pay 3 and sack it to give target creature -X, where X is Stalactite's power, and obviously you are self-milling a lot, so you're descending quite a bit. So I think this is a logical inclusion. It's great to have lots of 1-drops. I didn't see it pop off today, but I think it makes a lot of sense. We've got 4 removals here. I mean, there's not a lot of space for it, because you do want to run lots of permanents, again, while we're running the Stalker, which doubles as removal. So it's just 3 Go for the Throats and 1 Virtue. That's it. So you hope you hit that on time when you need it. Tyvar is essential to tie the deck together. Just slam it immediately -2, get back one of your big creatures, and even if they kill the Tyvar, it's not a big deal. You just play the next one anyway. Doomscar Warrior is interesting. I think you want some level of evasion in the deck. You're going to have the big creatures covered. You're going to get the 8/8 pretty quickly, the 20/20, whatever. I think it's nice to have either Menace or Trample or Flying, whatever it is, and I think Trample is the choice here. You could also go with Audacity, but it is a permanent, but it is an enchantment and not a creature, so if you mill it, you're not getting all the benefits out of that, whereas Doomscar Warrior is a creature, plus we're already wanting to run 24 lands, because both of these can be kicked on 4, basically, and so I think you can get away with this, and this can come down, give one of your other creatures Trample plus the backup ability, then you attack with Trample, get the trigger, add more cards to the hand, which is good because there isn't a whole lot of card draw, so I think this is a very reasonable inclusion. I didn't get to see it pop off today, because sometimes I got mana screwed, but I think it makes a lot of sense in the deck. The last slots are all pretty flex. You definitely want at least 1 underdog, because you're pretty guaranteed to mill it at some point in the game. You can always have that value come back every turn, so that's huge. The other 3 are more flex. You maybe don't need the Prowler. There seems to be enough self-mill. Just the Somnophage, Urborg, and Tyvar enough seem to be able to mill yourself, and the Vermin. Like, you get there pretty quickly, so maybe you don't need any more facilitators. You could maybe shove in another Ancient one, which is a 2 mana 8/8, or an Old Stick Fingers, which, what does it even say? Power and toughness equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You could just have more bangers in there. I think that's totally fine. That's the deck, and enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. So this is actually a pretty suspect keep. Without green, it's significantly worse. And I think it's worth a mulligan. If you don't hit green, you're just screwed here. Okay, mana is better, although we don't have black, but maybe the Prowler can help with that. So bin one of the Urgoyfs, I think. Just because Tyvar is such an important facilitator. Either budget, or 5 colors, or turtle shenanigans. Black, not sure. Clay-fired bricks. 2 mana artifact. Search your life for planes. Gain 2 life. Well, let's we got the black here anyway. Somnophage into Tyvar next turn isn't bad. Oh, this is very similar, I guess. We whiff. No lands. Lots of good creatures though. Creature of the Schism. What to do here? Tyvar minus isn't amazing yet. We can kick the Urgoyf. For what? Maybe for blue? I don't think it matters. I think it's pain lands either way. It's a 3/4. No attacks. So when it attacks, they get to draw a card because they're up in life. That's not great. We'll attempt to double block. They might blow it out, but the Prowler is not essential for us anyway. Kill the Prowler. But the thing at Death Touch. Great. Honestly, it's okay. Things in the graveyard are good for us anyway. And I don't really want to leave that card around, drawing cards every turn. Tyvor minus is not bad here at all. Let's do it. Urgoyf 7/8-ish. I guess you're even bigger at an 8/8. 7/7 once you bring it back. Fifth land could get the fortress in there. No. -3 and then -4. -3 again. Just so they can attack down Tyvar. I don't think we really need Tyvar at this point. This is fine. Just let it go. It connives too. Oh, it ends the battle if it connives. Yeah, we'll just keep our attacker. We have the backup Tyvar. This is no big deal. I think we get the Stalker and the Ancient one down this turn. We'll try it. Ah, that's it for black, isn't it? Well, I guess we're milling then. That's my bad. Battle Knight on black here. A lot of lands. Worried about Sunfall, Farewell type things. Do nothing. Could be the Emperor instead. Okay, nothing to do before combat here. Get in there, including with Menace. Chump. Doing nothing is fishy. We get Tyvar in plus here. Or minus. Minus is also good. Lost Soul, still looking good. And we'll see if they have a sweeper. They do, but we're left over with the Planeswalker now, which isn't the worst. Still bottom knight on black. Great, more black. It's pretty good. It's an 8/8 and an 11/11. Alright, let's see for the next sweeper. Just a 3/3. They could slam the Virtue here. Getting back our stuff would actually be quite painful. They do slam it. Clock is ticking. So do we have to get back something here is the question. 9/9, 9/10. Okay, we don't have to get back that stuff because our stuff is bigger for the most part. We could sack the land. Sure. So it's the chump. Down to 9. We'll untap you. I think we'll overextend into the next sweeper. We still have a Planeswalker left over. And you can sack a permanent. So we'll sack one of these lands. But I locked on black before. Let's get rid of the coast, I suppose. Alright, let's see if you can find the next sweeper. I don't think a single Virtue Persistence is enough. A 2/3, because that is your own graveyard. Scoop. Alright, no Sunfall, no Emperor. I think Emperor could have saved them there as well. On the play, this is definitely keepable. 1-drop Stalker. Maybe Underdog on 2. Red. Cacophony Scam. Okay. Well, they eat it. It's a 3/2. green, it's the gimmick deck with the Picnic Ruiner. Doesn't have double strike yet. Souls of the Lost. Urborg is a good start here, I think. I guess you can leave the underdog back. I mean, it gets really dicey from here. It's just a 1-2 so far. It'll get better next turn. We can sack the Stalker now and pick off one of these guys, though, which isn't bad. Questing Druid immediately. Missing land. That's huge for us. Ah, the hit land. Okay. Audacity. It now has 4 power. And Trample. So, not really any combination of blocks help us too much. But they're tapped out, so we can just Stalker it on our turn. Okay, take 8. Land is good. Get in with you, because you're being sacked anyway. I think it's got to be this now. Questing Druid. Swift Spear. And Kumano. That's a 10. I think it's Tyvar minus time. It's got to be good. All right, 6-7 looks okay to me. 5-6 now. All right, we're holding on. This is a big turn. Let's see how much pressure they can put on and where it goes. Druid again. Picnic Ruiner is going to be tough. Royal Treatment. Hexproof. Okay, 1 green open. Past us, we live another turn. We could attack plus the Tyvar. Play the Lost Souls. Sack the Tyvar. Play the next Tyvar and minus. I don't think it's worth risking the Lost Souls, though. So I don't think this matters. I don't think it's worth getting in there. So we'll do nothing. Play out the next Lost Souls. Sack a permanent. Sack the Tyvar. And play the next one out. Mill. Okay, it's another Lost Souls. We'll take it. It's a fleet of 8/9s. Can we finally get in there? Probably. This double striker is going to hurt like a mofo, but I think one of these guys can get in there. They're thinking about Royal Treatment here, just to be mana efficient and get the +1 counter somewhere. There it is. Okay, so they think they're going to spend a lot of mana on their turn, or they're bottlenecked on green. Audacity. Yeah, they're looking for the Scamp win con. We can't really let the Scamp through, I don't think. They scoop! Hey, let's go. Let's go. On the draw, we can go for the throat into the Urborg. Swamp. Alright, slow land. Golgari. Dread Knight. Well, you don't really want to kill that one. So, what to do here? We could go for the throat, their 3-drop. Yeah. We could mill ourselves now. And then Urborg next turn for a very big Urborg. It's okay. It's pretty slow against them. I don't want to go for the throat their thing though, so that's what it is. A lot of creatures though. That was a good mill. E3. Down to 16. Are you stuck on land? No, we're just doing it after combat, even though we're tapped out. Dread Knight Part 2, we don't really want to block these things, which is unfortunate because we kind of have to block these things. So we'll Tyvar eventually. For now, it's just a kicked Urborg on black. It's a 5/6. Let's see if they have go for the throat immediately. Deep Cavern Bat. Look at opponent's hand. You can exile a card until it leaves the battlefield. So I guess they have to pick go for the throat here. Otherwise, just get it back. Yeah. Let's see if they attack all. It's annoying. They could. No, they hold back. Okay. Tyvar gets us what? Another Urborg is okay. It's more mana efficient than the alternative, so we'll begin with that. No? Mill? Alright, looks like the next Urborg, right? You're an 8/8, 8/8, and 8/9. So if we get any creatures in their graveyard, the Sound of Phage gets a little bit better. Let's take the Sound of Phage. Fastland. Attacking isn't great because they just get the draw, which I don't really want to give them. They don't have removal yet, otherwise we would have seen it. So they do nothing for the rest of that turn. That's a weird thing. They had 4 mana open. They chose to deploy the bat and nothing else. That's fine. First Tyvar down. We have backup in hand. Let's see a Gix's command, maybe? Alcazaz. Oh, lord. Well, that's pretty bad. Each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't, you draw a card. I guess it's Tyvar again, and probably play back the Stamina Phage. Have open black. Cavern of Souls. 11/12. Looks good. And it's finally time to turn on the heat. Let's get in there. Chump both. If they draw both, though, that uses most of their mana and does drop their life total a little lower. And if they attack with the 4/4, which they want to do, it's also not amazing for them. We'll play out the 10/10 here. Okay. So they get some draws this turn, but it takes up a lot of mana. We have pretty good attacks. They probably want to attack with one of their blockers here to pick off Tyvar. Although, honestly, they could not, and I mean, the plus is fairly insignificant. We're happy to discard a land off this thing, too. So that we get a bat, we could discard the Prowler, not give him a blocker. I think let's not give him a bat blocker. We'll discard the Prowler here instead. Down to 12. Thing does have lifelink on it. Down to 25. I don't see a blocker yet. We've got 29 damage on the board. That might have spelled your doom there. Oh, wow. Well, that was the perfect card. I don't think they have hexproof. It's probably not worth playing around. It's extremely unlikely they play hexproof. But they're playing bats, so God knows what they're doing here. Maybe could have waited just so this thing comes in tapped, apparently. We're into the battlefield tapped. Alright, that probably would have been worth the small risk. Comes in tapped again, though. That's exciting. And the Dread Knight returns. Path of Peril. Alright. Well, we can discard this land. Whenever an opponent discards a land card. Alright, I guess we do not want to do that. We'll play it out and then sack it from the battlefield. You can go. Okay, it's a 17/18, but Path of Peril was the perfect card for us. Destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less. I don't know if we're gonna win this one. Lifelink is decent. They get to draw cards off the Alcazaz. I can draw into more removal. We can block this thing. They get to draw again. Yeah, but if they have that many cards, like one extra card is not as important. If they already have 6 in hand, they likely have all the tools they need anyway. So we'll try to keep us alive one more turn. Liliana, sack creature. All right, I mean, amen. Path of Peril. Destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less. That'll about do it. We'll give it one draw here. I don't think that's enough, though. We can get back someone big, but they just have so many resources at this point. So we can even get back the biggest creature the world's ever seen, but it doesn't matter because they can draw extra cards every turn. And the lifelink even keeps their life total fairly high. It's the go for the throat, because they had so many draws to get it. So, alright, you got it. Good game. On the play, looks great. We'll keep this. It's the Vermin on 1. And looking like just a Somnophage on 2. Somnophage. Skrelv, potentially mono-white humans. We don't have blue anyway. We don't need to sack a permanence, although we could sack the Vermin. We just don't have blue. If we sack it, we kill Skrelv, don't we? That's actually quite good. Alright, let's do it that way. Hit it for 1. Play the souls. Sack a permanent. Sack you. And pick off Skrelv. Great. And we have a 3-4. See? It's all good. Now we can go for the third 2-drop if we want. Boros. Boros do nothing. We hit the blue as well. I think it's worth the Somnophage minus. Alright, mill us out. I don't know if they'll have an answer for us or not, unless they have the get lost map thing. We'll find out. They don't. Drop to 12. Well, I think they'll have trouble, unless they're secretly, you know, some more mid-range you control thing. No, they're Virtuoso. Alright. Well, we get to be on the play, so this is huge for us. We do want to go... man, I think, you can just force them to... Let's try to force them to block if we can. Hold up and go for the throw as well. So they try to give it hexproof, or indestructible rather, and block. Then, that's, what is this? Hexproof and indestructible? Yeah, so we'll zap you now, which is great. I don't think they declared a blocker yet, too, so I think we just sneak through. Whereas if they had declared blocks first, then, would have done 0 damage there because they don't trample. Okay. Virtuoso. More souls. I think you just run out both Somnophages here. Someone's got to chump this turn. It's you. Leave open black. We got it. Pair of 8/8s. Not bad. Nature Power gives lifelink. I don't know if it's big enough to get through an 8/8 or not. And indestructible. I don't think there's any point in blocking. They'll just kill our creature and it will survive. I don't think they can get to 20 with a single mana. Even Monstrous Rage isn't enough. That's like 14 damage this turn. We do drop low though. They rage after the first bit of damage. Is that what just happened? Why did they not do that before? Weird. Should have lethal here though. Okay, block 1, take 18. Does not have lifelink this turn. Still, even with rage, it wouldn't have been enough, but I think they let the first strike go through, right? That was kind of weird. Good game. On the play, no green. I think you mulligan this. I don't think we can survive that. We have all our colors this time, and lots of removal. We'll keep, maybe bin a single Somnophage. Back in the game, they Kumano'd us while we, were out. Oh boy. 0/0 doesn't look good. We can hold up and go for the throw this turn. That's probably better than any of this stuff. Hopefully it's just a 2-mana 3/3, and we can zap it immediately. And it's Swift Sphere. I'll try to pass quickly. Alright. Pass as quickly as I could. Land is good. I think we'll Urgoyf this turn. Extra what, black maybe? Alright, it's a 2/3. That's okay. We'll get bigger next turn. We can Virtue one thing and then maybe mill ourselves. Probably no blocks this turn. It's gonna get a lot better if we can wait a little bit longer. Yeah, no blocks here. You got it. Zapped, that's too bad. But at least they're tapped out. Prowler's not bad here either. So we can Prowl and Virtue this turn. Okay, we're definitely in it. All right, next turn we'll have a giant 6/6. I don't think they can really get through that. So hopefully that's enough to stall for a little bit. Play with fire, sure. That's it for turn. The ancient one. I think it is the Salmonophage first. And we're out of blue, so it's definitely you for 10. So I'm at 10-10. I don't think Mono Red can destroy that. They have to get us from 18 to 0 now. They look at it. Yeah, it's scary. They could fly with Godric, or they can scoop. That's acceptable too. On the draw. Kind of weird, but we can keep this. Plaza Legends. All right. Humans. Rona. Aha, that's interesting. I think it's Urgoyf 1 into Urgoyf 2. I mean, you could save it. I'm just worried about the amount of pressure they're going to put on. Like, Rafine coming in immediately is not that great. I guess we don't have great blocks anyway. I think it is just Urgoyf 1, Urgoyf 2. Urborg. Human. They're going all in on humans. Relic of Legends. All right, so they're actually going to be like Joda or something. Catilda. Oh boy, oh boy. This is going to be a game. No attacks. They want their draw discard. It'll be good eventually. Land here. Urborg Part 2. Give me a good mill. It's a pair of 2/3s. It does not attack into the 1/3 very well. Let's see if they just Joda us. We'll need Go for the Throat for that. Haven't milled it yet. A basic forest is in here too. So they're just bants. I mean, we don't know. Basic forest is suspicious. Basic plains too. Maybe it's bants. Maybe there's no Joda here. But Joda's free. You might as well throw Joda in this. If you're gonna be ramping, if you're gonna ramp, you're gonna play Joda. I think it's gotta be Joda. Manual tap for red and green for Helena and Elena? What are we doing here? They're being so sketch. I think it's Joda time. They just want to hold open. No, yeah, it is Helena and Elena. Okay. Untap you. I think we can outscale Helena and Elena. Do nothing. Go for the Throat while they don't have Plaza open. Is it time for that? Otherwise, we could just grow these Urborgs quite large. I think we can outscale them, right? We want to leave black open. So you can be blue. You could be not blue. Five sixes are pretty good. I think that's good enough to get in there. We have Go for the Throat as well. Sultai resurrected. Untap Rona. All right. So they're going to destroy one of these things, I guess. Sure, he destroyed. We can still Go for the Throat if they want to double block. We'll see what they're doing here. Nope, no double blocks into the 6/7. Makes sense. Okay, who's bigger? 8/8 or 6/6? I guess the 8/8 is bigger unless we want to kill Helena and Elena. Joda off the top's brutal. We'll just play the 8/8. Okay, draw discard. I think Joda off the top is basically lethal. I mean, they get like +10 to everything, right? +2 for every legendary. Dejuru in Hazoret. All right. Now they have one card in hand. So does Vigilance and Haste. You have to look at the top 6, exile a legendary creature, put the rest on the bottom. All right, so they get a free legend, but I think it comes in after combat. They bounce our only blocker. That's sad. Don't love that. All right, well, we're about to get clowned by, I mean, 5 colors is very legitimate with Cavern of Souls now. Like, you can do whatever the heck you want. There's the Joda. Oh no, you gotta give him the nice. You gotta give him the nice here. Yeah. That's game. It doesn't matter what we do. That's just game, so you got it, bud. We can go for the throw with the Joda and play a blocker, but it doesn't matter. We have to do it before Plaza of Heroes. That was only Black Source too. All right, no. That was a good game. I give it to it. If you're gonna run that thing, you deserve to pull off the combo. On the play with a 1-drop. This looks great. Land for turn. Two creatures down. Soul's a great card to get back. Azorius. Well, we get in there with the rat. There's stick here for 1. What are we doing with... What, you got consider? What are you doing? Want to be in super weird here. They scoop. All right, good game. All right, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, a subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.